By Sanwar Ali, Workpermit.com. The new U.S. visa pilot program could help Indian workers and other immigrants save time on travel and wait times. It can be inconvenient to have to obtain a visa at an U.S. embassy or consulate abroad. Some people on certain non-immigrant visa categories, such as those on H1B visa and L1 visas, will be able to renew from within the U.S. Julie Stuffed at the Bureau of Consular Affairs. We all saw during the pandemic how difficult it was for these people to return to their home country and often not be able to get visa appointments. Indian tech workers will be amongst the biggest beneficiaries of U.S. visa processing from within the U.S. Indians typically receive more than 3/4 of the H1B visas annually. L1 visas are also used a great deal by Indian nationals. When is visa processing for L1 and H1B visas necessary?
Previous to the 9/11 terrorist attacks, the State Department allowed certain non-immigrant visa holders L.O.P. visa holders to renew their visas via mail with the agency's visa office at Washington, D.C.
You did not have to apply for a visa from outside the U.S. to re-enter on your current status. Those on U.S. visas who renew or change their status from within the U.S. can remain in the U.S. for the duration of their extended non-immigrant visa status. However, the problem occurs when they wish to travel out of the U.S. To re-enter on the U.S. work visa, the applicant usually needs to apply for a visa at the relevant U.S. embassy or consulate. The previous visa processing program was ended because authorities did not have the ability to collect biometric data from applicants as required by the national security laws that were enacted following 9/11. To leave and re-enter, foreign workers have been required to return to their homelands to get their extension stamped by a consulate. Officials from the State Departments hope that the pilot program will help reduce this workload. Employers would be able to save time and money on stateside renewal, such as travel adjustments for foreign talent stuck overseas or indefinite time zones. New pilot program will only help with some H1B visa and L1 visa renewals. It seems that stateside visa processing will likely be extended for dependent family members of H1B or L1 employees currently in the U.S. under H4 and L2 statuses, respectively. More people may qualify for visa processing from within the U.S., as the State Department creates the infrastructure for a consular section in Washington, D.C. to handle visa applications. One bit of good news is that U.S. visa processing wait times in India is much shorter than before. Perhaps the Biden administration is more sympathetic than the previous Trump administration towards Indians who have in some cases had to wait more than a year for a U.S. visa.
Looking at the U.S. State Department visa wait times at the U.S. Embassy in Delhi for H, L, O, P, or Q visas is 8 calendar days.
If you would like to apply for a U.S. work visa, including L1 visas, E2 visas, O1 visas and H1B visas, Workpermit.com can help. Workpermit.com is a specialist visa services firm with over 30 years of experience dealing with visa applications. Telephone us in the UK on 0344 991 9222 for further details.